signed myself up for a little bit too much. I signed up for 3 vendor events this year, and I need things to sell. So for like the past month, for the past since this year started, even before this year, I've low-key been prepping for every single vendor event, and I'm finally at the stage where I'm getting stuff done. But hear me out. 2 of the vendor events are in March, and it's February. So happy Black History Month. We're gonna see what I can do. Honestly, I've already made a few things. I'm gonna show you guys what they are, but yeah, being a chem major and trying to run a business, we're gonna see if it can work to some extent. I don't know, I've been thinking sometimes about taking a break, just focusing on school for a bit, which I can totally do. I mean, there's an end goal. I would be more stressed out if it was I don't know when I'm getting out of school, but luckily I'm trying to get out as soon as possible. So, but yeah, in the meantime, since I am unemployed, yeah, that's new, I decided to employ myself. So let's see how this goes. So I'm going to start by pre-washing this fabric. I cut out the estimated amount for I basically just put my pattern piece onto the fabric and then just calculated how many bags I can make off of that, and then I cut a decent amount off. Hopefully I can get this in the washing machine to get pre-washed and already shrunken, and then I can actually start cutting things out. I don't know if the flash helped, but yeah, I've got the lining fabric and I've got the outer fabric right here. I'm back. Let's see if we can get more lighting here. The lighting is very bad, but not by choice. I'm just making do with what I have. So I have my sewing situation kind of set up my sewing stations on my desk where I'm talking to you guys right now, and behind me there is a pile. Yes. But that is all the stuff I need to sew, so lots of stuff. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys what one of my products looks like. I've already done it. I made a pattern for it. It's just beer cozy, so fairly decent. Sometimes I'm a bit loose with my grip on holding stuff, so I am a bit clumsy. We'll see how that works in lab, but right now I don't have to worry about dropping anything because I have this. I am currently pinning together my straps for my bag. I sewed all of the strap pieces together, so I just have to rip one apart and then insert it in between this piece of fabric. And later on I'm gonna add these longer tote bag straps because I want it to be adjustable, so that's why I have these narrow mouth clips or whatever they're called. So hopefully that turns out well. And here's one that I sewed. It looks like this once it's done, so very useful. And then I'm going to serge all of the insides of these pieces of fabric so they don't fray. Guys, look at my new tags. They look so pretty. Oh. So I'm sewing all of the pocket pieces, all of the strap pieces, all of just the basic lining pieces I need to sew together. So they're already ready to go. I'll be top stitching everything. I'm gonna set up my serger. Space is a little limited, but hopefully I can make things work and set up my serger and then start serging all these seams. Hey, it's been like a few days later and I kind of crashed out, but um, I was having issues with these bags I was making. I felt like everything was going wrong. So I had an issue with structure. It was just like collapsing and I had no idea what was going on. But here it is right now. And like, let me close the strap so like you guys can actually see what it looks like. So here's what it's looking like so far without the straps on, and it needs to be ironed. There's a bunch of finishing details I have to do, like I have to top stitch this whole inside lining, and I just have to top stitch everything. I need to serge the insides. I gotta add straps on here, and I gotta finish the edges on this webbing so it doesn't fray. But there's still like a lot of stuff I have to do with these bags, but this is what it's looking like so far. And I haven't felt the happiest about it. But yeah, basically these two things are specific items I'm selling towards the vendor event. And now I'm gonna work on like upcycling and making some more like creative, fun, do once crafts for myself. That should be a little break from all of this like calculation and planning. But I'm gonna do that later on, hopefully around next week. But now I'm going to film a little reel, or maybe even like a video on all of my thrift flips I've done lately. So see if I get to that today. Who knows? So it's later in the day and I have been applying to so many chemistry research programs, but specifically around textile science, there is one program that I just have to like gush about, because what do you mean? I get to help develop wearable soft robots with shape-changing fibers. This is why textile science is so important, and like the capabilities of textiles. I know people are like, oh, fashion industry, they're really downplaying the usefulness of everyday fibers, but I mean, they make your carpet, they make your clothes, they are used in construction and now technology. So it's like, I am so excited. I mean, I doubt I'll get into the program, but the fact that it's even there is like, and it's like, okay, people are thinking the way I'm thinking about fashion and textiles, and it's just really cool. But quick little rant about that. Yeah.